And we're back. Sorry about the little break there, guys. Basically been about 6 weeks since I've done a video. Had a little bit of time where I was out of the boat, a little bit of time where the weather wasn't cooperating, got the new boat, did a little family trip, had some family health issues, so on and so forth. So haven't really been on the water consistently until started up last week, and was on the water 4 or 5 days last week. So certainly got out, got you guys some fresh intel. We have had a lot of guys filling in the gap a little bit, doing reports. Brian and Sean and Phil and some of those guys have been doing some reports, so we still have had some information out there for you, but it's not been as consistent as I like it to be. It is February 20th. Been on the water, like I said, 4 or 5 days in the last week. As far as our lake level is concerned, we're at 913.26. So about 1.75 feet below normal pool for this time of year. Water temperature is a pretty big deal right now. It's much warmer than it has been. In the past, we're looking at 49, 50 degrees pretty much everywhere on the lake. You get up in the rivers where you've got a little bit of color, you will see low to mid 50s. I saw 55 last week up the Kings, so there is some warmer water available. And these fish are feeling it. These fish are moving. They're a lot shallower than we normally catch them, and the bite has been a lot better than normal. Best way to know what to do, best way to stay on top of it, of course, join Table Rock Fishing Intel and get that pro membership so you can get all that information, know before you go, and catch more fish when you go to Table Rock Lake. As far as the bites that are working right now, if you guys want to go fish deep, you can still catch a few deep. They're not nearly as deep as we would normally look for them this time of year. Most of the fish I've caught deep have been 40 foot deep or less, relating to the bottom, I think, or relating to trees, but I really think most of those fish are just kind of transitioning and working their way up. And it's certainly not where the quality fish are, not where the better largemouth or the better fish have been. The shad is out in the middle of the freaking lake, and there's not a whole lot of fish on them. There's birds all over them, but not a whole lot of fish on them. So the better bite for me, if I'm going to fish deep, has been with a Damiki or a jigging wrap or even a drop shot rig, fishing the bottom 25 to 40. But in all honesty, I'm not doing that much, just not wanting to do it. So I've not been doing that. What I have been doing, I've been throwing an A-rig quite a bit, especially if I've got wind. If it's a windy day, look for those fish to be up on wood cover, whether it be brush piles, standing timber, even around boat docks. There's a lot of fish up, a lot shallower, 25 foot deep and less, eating an A-rig. If you don't have wind, switch that up and throw a single Kitech 2.8. It's kind of what I did today up the James. I'd throw an A-rig over top of them, and I could watch them on forward-facing sonar. They'd come up and follow, but they wouldn't bite it. Put that down and grab a Kitech 2.8 and throw it in the same location, bring it over the same brush pile. Those fish would come up and they would eat that single bait a lot better than they would eat that A-rig. So keep that in mind. There's a decent jig bite as well, especially in the creeks and further up the rivers on the ends of the channel swings where it starts to flatten out. I've been doing better with the Pee Wee HD spider jig, and most of my fish are coming less than 15 foot deep, and they are around some sort of wood. Everything is keying on wood right now, so I'm catching them around brush piles, I'm catching them around stumps, I'm catching them around standing timber. So keep that in mind, especially if you're going to go up the rivers, you're going to go back into some creeks. If you have wind, there is a decent crankbait bite right now, primarily wigglewort and rock crawler. Again, on those channel swing banks, the windy ones, get your boat up there and parallel those banks in 8 to 10 foot of water. We caught a few doing that last week up the Kings where we found that dirty water, so keep that in mind. And then the jerkbait bite has been okay in the clear water. If you have wind, it is much, much better. A lot of fish coming on a jerkbait, but not the quality that we normally see coming on a jerkbait. You know, you can catch a lot of keeper, just barely keepers, a lot of 13 to 16 inch fish coming on jerkbait right now. Don't really know why that is, but it seems like we catch better quality and catch more fish on a swim bait than we do a jerk bait right now. Guys, the fishing is actually really good for February. I'm kind of shocked how good the fishing's been. Normally this time of year we're absolutely struggling, but I think with the water being warmer, the core is moving a little bit of water almost every day, so we've got some current. And I think the warmer water's got these fish moving up and starting to feel a little bit frisky, even though we're 6-8 weeks away from the spawn. But the bite has been really strong. Best way to know, best way to stay on top of it, of course, join Table Rock Fishing Intel. get all those informations, all the daily reports, all the tournament results, all the weekly reports, all that information that helps you catch more fish on Table Rock Lake. But if you're coming down, want to hire a guide, give me a call. It's Focus Fishing Guide Service. You can reach me at 417-860-4743 or hit my website, focusfishing.com, where you can either book online or just shoot me an email. Either way, I get back to you as soon as I can. Guys, thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for understanding the bit of a break we had going on there, but thanks for watching. Can't wait to hear from you. We'll see you on the water.